The revolution will not be televised.
Hey, it's Leopardess and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be about how to deal with itchy hair or itchy scalp. So before we start, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. Also follow me on Instagram at leopardess_. If you like these earrings, check them out at leopardesscollection.com. They're called Dragon. So let's begin. So I get this question time and time again. Leopardess, how do you deal with an itchy scalp? So I'm going to tell you exactly some things to do to prevent an itchy scalp as well as to help with it. So my first suggestion whenever someone comes to me and tell me that they have an itchy scalp is that to make sure that your hair is clean. This one is very basic, but it's also very fundamental. So when your hair isn't clean and you have a lot of buildup on your scalp, it causes your scalp to itch because the pores are clogged. So my first suggestion whenever your hair is itching is to wash your hair. Now, if you recently washed your hair and your hair is just itching and you know your hair is clean, that may not be the issue, but I will address that further on. But first, make sure that you wash your hair. Make sure that you have a clean scalp. Clean scalp will help with the itching. It will help prevent your hair from being so itchy. If your scalp is not clean, just know it's gonna itch. It's like when you having braids for a long period of time or sewing, whatever protective hairstyle you're wearing, your scalp is just itching you because it's begging to be clean. Wash your hair. If it's been a long time, wash your hair. Make sure you're washing it good. One tip that I give you guys is that when I'm washing my hairs, I look down to see the state of my hair, to see how dirty it is. If I see, and it sucks because I have like a pink bathtub for God knows what reason, but what I will do is I will look down and see what's coming out of my hair, see if it's what color the water is. I know it sounds gross, it sounds icky, but I do it just to see what state that my locks are in. So first I would suggest that. With that, I want to say this, do not itch it. Do not put your fingernails in it. Do not start rubbing it. Do not start itching it because you will create scabs if you itch too hard. And when you create scabs, like most people, I don't know if this is a common thing, but when I had braids and I had scabs, I would continue to itch at it. I think it's a normal reaction, like when you have a scab or whatever, to like pick at it. You definitely don't want to do that either. So don't pick at any scabs if you have already formed it. I would not suggest also using a comb and itching through it because that creates scabs as well. So that's my first tip, and that's also my first, please don't do that. So my next tip as to why your hair may be itching you is because of lack of moisturization. So usually I would tell someone to make sure their hair is clean, make sure their scalp is clean. Also, make sure that your scalp is getting the proper nutrients that it needs. Make sure that your scalp is moisturized. It's not all about the locks, okay? The hair comes from somewhere, okay? It's not all about the locks. You need to protect your scalp as well. You need to make sure that your scalp is nourished. You need to make sure that your scalp is nourished as well. And if you are neglecting your scalp and just only pay attention to your locks is dead hair. So if you're just, hair is dead, first of all. So if you're just paying attention to your locks and paying no attention to your scalp, where is the love? Of course your scalp is gonna itch you. It's dry, it needs moisture, it needs nutrients. So do that. Make sure that you are taking care of your scalp. Your scalp health is just as important. Moisturize it with oils or whatever oils fit you best. So definitely moisturize. Now, one thing that I want to say to not do, meanwhile I tell you what to do, is to not overdo it. Don't over drench your scalp. Give your scalp exactly what it needs, but does not mean you have to go pour a whole oil bottle in your head. Just make sure that you're keeping up with scalp health. Usually when your scalp is dry, you'll be able to see. It's like when you're ashy and well, me personally, I turn white when I'm ashy. It's the same way that your scalp will reflect that, hey, I need some moisture, I need some love, please come and help me. Look out for those signs. Look out for signs of dryness in your scalp. Pay attention to your scalp health because your scalp health can show you a lot more things before the hair grows out, okay? So pay attention to that. Don't drench yourself in oil. You shouldn't be walking outside and having oil running down your face. If oil be running down your face when you walk outside, you did too much, okay? You don't need all that. So one of my next suggestions is not very typical. Sometimes when you're testing products, whether it's for your face, whether it's for your body, whether it's for your hair, they tell you to try it out. So sometimes it could be something that you're using in your head that is not agreeing with you. Say I have this perfume, right? And I sprayed on myself and all of a sudden like my neck just be like itching me. It just be itching me. And I can't find the cause. Sometimes you need to go back, you know, think about all the things that you're using and be like, okay, like did the itching arise? Could it be possibly a product that I'm using? Things of that sort, whether it's shampoo, whether it's something that you use to oil your hair, whatever it is, make sure that you guys, if itching just came out of nowhere and you're not used to itching, make sure that you guys go back and look at your products and see, maybe something is not agreeing with me. One thing I want you guys to be aware of is that sometimes your itchy scalp can be caused from genetics and can just be caused by underlying conditions. So if you're having an itchy scalp and it's becoming too much, I would definitely suggest to go see a dermatologist, have someone look into it. If your scalp is always itchy, always dry, always hurting you, I would recommend to go see a dermatologist. Check it out. Don't be afraid. I have a product on my website called Leopardess Anti-Itch Spray. I formulated this when I was in grad school. I formulated a whole line of hair products when I was in grad school. I graduated like a year ago. Crazy how quickly time goes by. I graduated in 2019 with a Master's of Science. So your girl has been putting her degree to work. So if you guys are interested, you can also check out my anti-itch spray on my website. So with my spray, what I basically do is I just lift and spray in the area that is itching. For me personally, the areas that itch me the most are right here and right here. The front of my hair doesn't really itch me. So like if I'm going about my day and I'm like, damn, that part is itching me, like right here, I just spray that area lightly, give it time to set in, and I go. I will not scratch my head no matter what, because you don't want those scabs. You're itching and pulling at the scabs, you're breaking hair follicles. You don't want that at all, because that can cause damage to your lock. Keep your hand out of your hair, stop itching it. Maybe you can do like a little pat. Don't be beating your hair like pat your weave, honey, pat, pat, pat your weave. Don't do that. Just pat, you know. Like sometimes what I do is I'll go like this and I'll just pat. Or I'll do, especially if it's like I'm around the house or whatever and I feel like a spot is itching me, I will spray my anti-itch spray and I'll use like a headscarf and I'll just tie it down. If your hair is itching you in general and you cannot control yourself from itching it, moisturize your hair. Moisturize, wash your hair, moisturize, do whatever you have to do and tie it down. And do not touch it. Just allow it to be. Make sure your scalp is looking good. Make sure your scalp is moisturized. So those are personally my tips on how to deal with an itchy scalp, especially with locks. If you want to check out my products, I do have my anti-itch spray on leopardesscollection.com, as well as the rest of my hair product collection. So make sure you guys check that out. I'm totally soaked because I feel like, you know, I'm putting that degree to work. Period. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you guys. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Also tell me what you guys think in the comments. Tell me how you guys deal with having an itchy scalp. I appreciate you guys so much. Please remember to like and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram at leopardess_. Bye, leopard gang.